What's good, everybody? So, like I said, I want to talk about, you know, domestic violence in the LGBT, you know, community and why it goes, you know, unheard of or not really talked about, and, to touch on why, most transgender issues are not really spoken about. So I was in Albany yesterday, with a couple of other, you know, friends of mine. Shout out to Jada, Athena, Tori, Laura, my auntie Lords, Kiara, Bianca, all of us who are up there, fighting for gender. For those of you who don't know what gender stands for, it's the Gender Expression Non-Discrimination Act, and what that boils down to is we're trying to get, you know, laws passed for us as transgender people to let people know that we're here, that we should have the same legal rights as heterosexuals have, like if we wanted to get married and things, or if our spouse passes away, what are, we entitled to. But that's a whole nother topic that I'll be looking into also. So tonight I'm going to be talking about domestic violence. So it's reported that, only 10% of the population, according to, statistics, that 10% of transgenders are victimized, when it comes to domestic violence. I was watching this little video in Albany, and it kind of shocked me that, throughout the whole video, like, they didn't show no transgenders, male or female, being, attacked within domestic violence or anything else. But yet, they show us, either murdered because most of us don't tell that we're transgender, or we don't tell our, HIV status or whatever we have going on with us to whoever we're engaging in, relationships with. And like I said before, I'm a real upfront person, and I rather somebody know the real me than the fake me. Domestic violence is, still on a rapid high, and it's crazy to me that some of the time it gets overlooked in the LGBT community because most of us are afraid to come up front and talk about what's really going on in our relationships and other things. So I'm doing this video to help, people out there who really don't have a voice, to let you know that you do have a voice and you can, say what's bothering you or how your relationship, is making you feel, and what it's really doing to your whole self image and self esteem. Nobody deserves to be a victim of any circumstances. Most of us are victimized, on a daily basis because most of us are, people of color, and we're looked at as the inferior race on an everyday basis. But domestic violence really touches, home for a lot of people because they feel if, they either go to their friends about it and their friends tell, their spouse, whether they're over their house and things like that about it. And then when everything their friend leaves, they get beat on even more and end up in the hospital. And the reason why, domestic violence goes unheard of within any of within the LGBT community is because most of us are intimidated, and fear consumes a lot of us to where we feel that, oh, we love the person, so we stay in the relationship, and we have low self-esteem. And when somebody shows us any type of affection or attention, we ride on it, like we see it for what it is. And most of us don't get to really know a person for who they are just because a person tells us that we're either pretty, we're sexy, or anything of that nature. We get blindsided, so I mean, you guys, really, all of you survivors of domestic violence, I really commend you that you took a stand and you got tired of being a victim. No, you are not the victim. Stop blaming yourselves, for your significant other's own self-pity or, self-doubt of themselves. You are beautiful. All of you out there who have been, victimized from this, you are beautiful. If nobody told you that you are beautiful, I'm telling you that you're beautiful. A lot of us don't say that we have been, abused because we're always seen as the strong person in our relationship, or whether we're going through something, we are often seen as the strong one, and our friends come to us. I mean, I'm that type of person too. I don't like to show my weakness to anyone because people play on your weakness. But I mean, hey, if something is bothering you, please, I really encourage all of you out there to speak up. You have a voice. It's been said that, anything that happens in, any type of household stays in a household. I say if something is bothering you, say something, because when you don't say something, you give people the power to keep doing what they want to do to you. And most of us are caregivers. We like to care for people. We wear our hearts on our sleeves and everything, but you really need to get to know a person. Ask them if they have, any type of psychotic issues. Are they on, any medications or anything of that nature. I'll be interviewing, different people about the whole domestic violence thing, in previous, videos to come and things. So this is just, to bring the topic to light about domestic violence. So if any of you want to share your story, you can either hit me up on my channel, which is White Era Infinity, or you can hit me up on my Facebook page, which is Lashae Perry. That's LASHAYEPERRY. And, feel free to tell me your story, or if you want to share your story again, please, you have a voice. Your story can maybe help somebody find their voice. So, you guys, really, you do not have to be a victim. The person tells you will never find nobody to care